of refuge. Africa is a land of safety. Africa is a home of wealth. Africa is a land of talent. Wake up, Africa, and be better vigilante. Listen not to war and to peace or chastisement. Somebody have been singing my redemption song. Yeah, yeah, my redemption song, man. My redemption song. Hey, yeah, my redemption song. My redemption song. Hey, yeah, God bless Africa. Now we know, now we know. I said, now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. Now we know, now we know. I said, now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. The price of rice will never come down. I said, now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. In the midst of what we are testing, I said, now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. They said, the ghost to kill our brother, and I said, now we know, yeah. Hey, yeah, now we know. Election is structured in a reality, I said, now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. We suffer, we suffer, we suffer, I said, now we know, man. Hey, yeah, now we know. I said, the fullness of freedom, I said, now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. They gave us free food just to kill our brothers.
Oh yes, they gave us free food just to kill our brothers.
They gave us package just to kill our relatives. Hey, yeah.
They gave us blank check.
They give us free education just to spoil our continent.
The promise of everything.
Now we know, now we know. I said, now we know. Hey, yeah, now we know. Now we know. I said, now we know, yeah.
Hey, Augustine, hello. We suffer.
Hey, yeah, now we know.
Alright, please help me to share, man. My computer playing low. I can't even share. And to invite other people. So please, those of you that are watching already, please share the video. My computer is playing up. Taking too much long time to load the share button. So just help me to share there. Welcome to the show. Let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. I'm taking my, I think we have to take a holiday break. On holiday, I decided to, I have, of course, my two weeks. I wanted to make use of it, relax, and and refresh. Change my location from my address and visit another place or so. And I thought at least I want to have a quiet time as well to enjoy my holiday, but it's not as it should be. Well, I thank God for the first week at least. I was able to somehow end the first week. But this is all about social responsibility. When you know your social responsibility, when you know what are some of the reasons that you are on this planet Earth, and you are committed to some of them, regardless of whatever it comes up, you have to exercise restraint and you have to sacrifice as well. And so I decided to actually cut my holiday short. That's why we had a special edition of the program Development Point yesterday. Mr. Fidel C.T. Bully was our humble guest analyst on the show. Yesterday we had a great discussion, issues relative to Mama Liberia and of course the United Kingdom, where we are today, he and I. But this afternoon or this morning, this evening, depending from where you are, I want us to discuss Liberia again. It's something that we are not going to give up, regardless of whatever news they brought to us. Good morning, Priscilla. Good morning, Madam Myers. Regardless of whatever news they're giving us, I want you to take note. that in this word, in today's word, we have elements within the human society. Elements. There are some elements that are here and they know why they are here. I mean, on this planet Earth. And at the same time, there are other elements that do not know their reason of being on this particular planet Earth. And because of that, for those that do not know their reason, or some of the reasons that they are here on this planet Earth, you find them not being stable in terms of what their social responsibility should be. They are not stable. They are jumping here and there simply because they do not know their social responsibility as far as being on this planet is concerned and being part of the human race. And this is saddening. It saddened me to find individuals or people who will refer to themselves that they are individuals. They're part of this, first-class animal kingdom. And today, in our society, and especially in the context of Liberia, most of what we'll be discussing here is in the context of Liberia. In our society today, it is unfortunate that we have these individuals and we have them in abundance. Individuals that do not know why they are here on this planet Earth. They are everywhere. They are back home. They're in exile as well. And those individuals are the ones that causing Liberia today. Thank you so much for the likes and thanks for the loves as well. Thank you. I want to see that sound going up like that. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for appreciating what I'm discussing. I normally watch CNN, all the big news outlets or so, whenever they are streaming live on Facebook, you will never see those likes stopping until that broadcast is finished. The love, the likes, it will keep going until that broadcast is finished. I know, yeah. But in our course or in our setting is quite different, I don't know why we don't appreciate one another. But on every show, if I go to watch it, I will keep pressing that likes button or love button until perhaps I'm out of there, or perhaps until the show is finished. I won't just sit there to just listen also. And so because these individuals that are in our midst today who do not know their social responsibility on this planet or to the society, they are the one that causing problems today. They jump in here and there when they will see something that is actually, white. And they will come against you and tell you that this isn't white, it is blue. And by some means they want to even try means to even convince you that what you are seeing and maybe the rest of the people are seeing as white. Hi, Jiba Rose. Rose, how are you? The individual will stand there and tell you that this isn't white, it is blue. And those elements are within us. That's why the last time when the young people, or let's say the people of Liberia decided, let me start with Liberia, on the ground to say, well, we are going out there to request or to ask this government as to where is the missing $16 billion. Thank you so much. There was elements on the ground who were saying that the protest was wrong, was out of context, was absolutely not in the interest of Liberia. Yes, those elements, in fact, some of them, they even went and paid for airtime and they went on the radio back home in Liberia. And they took the airwave and they started saying that the planned protest was wrong. It was out of touch. It shouldn't be allowed or so. These are the elements that are causing confusion in our land today. And some of them, to be honest with you, they are not even up to 30. Some of them, and some of these individuals are not even up to the age 30. They are not. Yes, we consider them as young people, but they've been allowed today to be used. And this is so sad for our society. And we have to fight hard for those of us that have decided, or in fact that know very, very well why we are here on this planet Earth. And our social responsibility to the society. We shouldn't relent. We should continue to stand for the just cause. Your society needs you. The children, especially the children of Liberia, really, really want you to continue your work. If you don't talk for them, there'll be nobody to talk for them. Yesterday when we were coming up, yes, I remember vividly the late Archbishop Max Kpakio Francis. He was the mouthpiece for us. He talked for me. He preached for me. He advocated for all of us. And we thought at the time that by the time we were coming in the 90s, that our futures were going, were just about starting. But unfortunately, what happened? Our future was mortgaged by the Civil War. And so yesterday, please, I'll open the lines later. Please, let me lay the foundation. Please, somebody trying to call. Please, let me lay the foundation. And so yesterday, when Max Kpakio Francis and the rest of them that were advocating truly for us, when they were doing it, they were paving the way for us. They were telling the so-called leaders at the time that what you're doing, you need to change so that these children can have future. The children that are now growing up, they can have future. But they didn't listen to him. He's gone today. And there are so many of us here that are today replacing the late Archbishop Max Kpakio Francis. And I don't want you to relent. Let us continue the work. Wherever you are, whatever medium you can use, do not keep quiet. If most of what we are saying today, they are playing games with us. The children of Liberia, they are playing games with Liberia. And so when you shut up, when you do not talk, you're giving the credence, you are allowing them to continue their quest. Because their quest is to silence you as well. And so this is why, let me see. I am about to, we're opening the lines. Later, let me lay the foundation. We're going to go back to the States to hear from one sister. The last time when they had when they had a protest there. How the sister was actually putting things across. We're going to hear from the sister. And then from there, I'll come back now. I think we have to, let me read a portion of the Front Page Africa editorial today. But the main topic for today is this. In the wake of the latest development regarding the 16 billion in question, should the government withdraw security protection for Mr. Philibert Brown and family? That is the question I want us to ask. Because I've been receiving messages this morning from Liberia, from Monrovia, that the government is contemplating now of withdrawing because they say now that there's no money missing. So they're thinking now that the newspaper owner who reported the story, Mr. Philibert Brown of the Hot Pepper newspaper, and also the Front Page Africa. I'm hearing that because Front Page Africa, for the editor-in-chief, he's not on the ground. Mr. C.A. Rodney C.A. is not there. And so, but Mr. Philibert Brown is on the ground. And so what I'm hearing now, that the government now, since they say that no money is missing, they are thinking now of withdrawing security for Mr. Philibert Brown. But I'm asking you the question now. This is the man that brought this story to light. This is the man that actually caused us to use the social media, to get even in the street, to protest and call on the George Weah administration and the international community to help us locate the $16 billion. And according to him, the moment that story was reported, it went wildfire. His life was being threatened, and the life of his family. In fact, it took almost a week, according to him. The children couldn't go to school. Mr. Philibert Brown children couldn't go to school. He decided that the children should stay at home also. And I know definitely Mr. Brown was also contemplating of even taking his family out of Liberia. But he said he's now leaving. So they gave him security protection. They gave him police to protect him. But now with the latest development now, which the government is telling us that indeed there's no money missing, they are now thinking of withdrawing security for Mr. Philibert Brown. Now, do you agree that the government should withdraw the security from Mr. Brown? Or would you say no? For me, I don't really see, it shouldn't happen or whatsoever. I mean, that's the question I want us to address. You can, when you call it on, you can propound on all the issues, especially with respect to the money. Whether indeed you agree with Mr. Petrie, who is the central bank governor, do you agree with what he said? Giving this synopsis of what happened the last time, how information was floating in, that even led to the information minister putting a letter of resignation. And so that is it. Should Mr. Philibert Brown take it lightly and say, okay, if the government decide to withdraw the security, should he take it lightly? Will he actually be safe? Because this money issue, it caused embarrassment to the government. It caused embarrassment to the president. The international community took a step, especially the IMF. But let's go. Let's listen to our sister. They're playing game with us. Let's listen to our sister, and then from there, I will read the editorial, and I'll open the lines. Somebody trying to call already, but let's see. Let's go to our sister, go to the States.
She has attempted suicide many times in this America because of what 11 men have done to her. I speak for her. I speak for my uncle who was murdered before me because of his religion. I speak for him. I come from the background of Muslims family where I see when they were raped. I was at a checkpoint as a little girl when we were poor my family. Them. I saw that as a child. This is not a joke. We didn't come in to come show up. We want a leader who will put his foot down and don't be associated with war crowd people. Yes. Like Prince Johnson, like Editor Salif, who are so that they exploited our country. He cannot associate with a woman like that and call himself a leader. We demand justice today. We demand justice tomorrow. We demand justice yesterday. Justice must be established in our state. I speak for those people. I speak for my people in Grand Cape, my county, who were murdered in the mass grave, and I have uncles who were imams, who were murdered on their religion. I speak for them because I know they cannot speak for themselves. Wow. So when you're on social media, I will ask them one question: what will history remember you for tomorrow? Wow. What will you remember for history? Will you be the one that will naysayers in the back who talk and laugh at us? But we know that tomorrow, because of us, change will come to Liberia. Yes. And even if I'm gone, and the day after my children ask me, Mommy, why didn't you do something? There's video, there's recording, there's Facebook Live. They will say my mom stood up in the heart of New York City, right across the street from the UN headquarters, and she spoke for justice. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to repeat this because
She have attempted suicide many times in this America because of what 11 men have done to her. I speak for her. I speak for my uncle who was murdered before me because of his religion. I speak for him. I come from the background of Muslims family where I see when they were raped. I was at a checkpoint as a little girl when people pulled my families on a group and then murdered them. I saw that as a child. This is not a joke. We didn't come in to come show up. We want a leader who will put his foot down and don't be associated with war crime people. Like Prince Johnson, like Eddie Stanley, who are saying they exploited our country. He cannot associate with a woman like that and call himself a leader. We demand justice today. We demand justice tomorrow. We demand justice yesterday. Justice must be established in this earth. I speak for those people. I speak for my people in Grand Cape County who are murdered in a mass grave. And I have uncles who are imams who are murdered on their religion. I speak for them because I know they cannot speak for themselves. So when you're on social media, I will ask them one question. What will history remember you for tomorrow? What will you remember for history? Will you be the one that will naysayers in the back who talk and laugh at us? But we know that tomorrow, because of us, change will come to Liberia. And even if I'm gone, and the day my children ask me to put them, Mommy, why didn't you do something? There's video, there's recording, there's Facebook Live. They will say my mom stood up in the heart of New York City, right across the street from the UN headquarters, and she spoke for justice. Yes.
Oh God, you know, Liberia, oh yeah, thank you, Orita. No rain could stop the masses that day. The heroes. Some of us were far distant from you guys, especially that went to the States. We were together in another way by making sure that we watched the live coverage and we're able to make our input as well. We want to bless you guys for what you did for Mama Liberia that day. I know we continue to push for it. Liberia is, like normally people always say that Liberia is at the crossroads, but where we are now is like it reached to the point that we can't stop talking. The moment we have a break, that we take advantage of it. The moment we believe in what they tell us, they will take advantage of it. The moment we succumb to them and accept what they are putting before us, they will take advantage of it. That is exactly what they want. That is what they want. Those who do not want to see the majority of Liberian people enjoying the fruit of Liberia. That's what they want. That's what they will keep telling you. That it's not good to have a protest. It is not good to keep talking about issues that are affecting Liberia. That is exactly what they are telling you, and they will keep telling you. But I'm calling on you. So long you know that you are here for a purpose, and you know the purpose that you are here for, stand up and stand out for it. Stand out, my people. I don't sit here because the way other people, the moment they're ready, in fact, they put every advocate now is an opposition. That's the only thing I can't even comprehend from them. Every advocate is regarded as an opposition. Yes. But I don't care. As far as I know, I do not belong to any political party. And I will continue to do what I feel is best for the society. A change will come. Change will come. Some of them were asking questions as we're watching our brothers and sisters in America, in Liberia. Some of them were asking questions, or some of them were throwing words at the people or at us. Look at few people. You look at only 10 people. But they forgot. But some of them, they forgot to note that, the quest for freedom and social justice, it's not that you have to get 10,000 people outside there. Yes. Then I will keep reminding you, you're welcome on the platform. Only thing, just mind your words. I don't use my platform to insult anybody. But the moment you come on my platform and you insult, you use any insulting words, it is coming to me, it is going to the rest of all that are watching. And that's why I normally take action. And let me remind you, history was made yesterday. Yes, Rosa Parks. Well, if you haven't heard of her, then in the USA, if you're black, you enter on the public bus, you have to stand up. If you are even already seated, and another white person get on that bus, you have to stand up and give them seat. Or sometimes they will come, they will come right on top of you and tell you, I want to sit. And you have to wake up. Yes, that's how it was yesterday in the USA. And even here in the UK. But this day, that wonderful woman that changed the face of the USA today. She said, today I'm going to stand on my ground. Whoever going to come on this bus and tell me to stand up, we are going to stand on the hurdle. And she sat there. And apparently somebody came, as usual, and asked, Madam Parks, I want to sit down. I want that seat. And on this day, she said, no. This seat, I got on the bus before you. And I met this seat vacant and I sat on it. This time around, I am not going to give up this seat. This seat, I will remain sitting on the seat until I get to my destination. And I will get off the bus. Yes. Rosa Parks. That stand she took yesterday, it changed the face of the USA today. It changed it. It changed the face of the USA today. And so when you alone, when you say, let me go out there in front of my city corporation or my city council or so, with one placard, you just standing there, message is going. Somebody is taking picture of that message. It is going on the international wire. Somebody is saying you. Somebody is hearing you. But you just standing alone there in that city center with that placard. Your message is being heard. Your message is being interpreted. So do not relent. Do not allow anybody to tell you that 2-3 people can't change the word. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. If you're standing up for a cause, stand up. Do not allow anybody to bring you down. Let's come back to the order of the day. Welcome, John. I see for Julius Saleh. You're welcome, everybody. It's great to see you guys. I wasn't open the lines. I stay trying to lay the foundation. Now let's come to the money aspect. I don't know now who you're going to believe. I don't know. Myself now is like, I'm getting confused here. But I want to remain on my line. I want to also remain on my lane. That line I'm pulling, I'm going to carry on my lane. And I will remain there. And I will remain there to continue requesting that I know $16 billion Liberian dollars was missing, and we want this money for our children's future. I'm not going to take any excuse. I'm not going to play on their games. I don't even know if the governor, I don't know, I have to really research that. Whether a governor in the in the banking sector, especially whether Liberia, in the context of Liberia. I don't know if you have any idea, let me know. Do they take oath when they take in office? I really want to know. Because if you take that oath, whether it's with the Quran or the Bible, when you're doing something, when you're about to do something wrong, it will trigger your mind and say, wow, I took oath yesterday. I had the Holy Bible. I kissed the Holy Bible. I kissed the Holy Quran. I shouldn't do this. So I really want to know, if you have any idea, let me know, please. Do we administer oath when the central bank governor is taking office in Liberia? Do you have any idea? You can just write it down there. We'll continue so we can get to know, because I'm kind of a bit, really, I don't know what to say, but for the latest development, especially coming from the central bank governor Nathaniel Petrie, I am asking myself here, well, is it real? Okay, let's get to the point. The question I'm asking this afternoon is, the money is missing, okay? Even though they're telling us right now there's no money missing, right? But there was somebody who brought about this story, especially the latest one. The Hot Pepper newspaper in Liberia. They are not even online yet. Immediately after that, the publisher of that newspaper, who is Mr. Philibert Brown, started receiving messages and calls from unknown individuals threatening him and his family. That he lied, no money was missing, he reported a false story or so. And so he came, he contacted the authority, to Ministry of Justice as well, and told them, say, look, this is what's happening. I don't feel safe now. So what the government did, the government decided, okay, you know why? Let's offer security for Mr. Philibert Brown. And so they offer security for him. Now, this is the question I want us to discuss. In the wake of the latest development regarding the 16 billion in question, the latest development already, right? That the government say no money missing, right? Should the government withdraw security protection for Mr. Philibert Brown and family? That's the question I want you to help me answer this afternoon. And so, in the meantime, my lines are open now. I'm only dealing with video because I'm not in the studio now. I'm on a holiday right now. So you can call the video now. If you want to be on the video as well and voice out, call on the video. Let's hear your voice as well. Let's hear from you. What is your take on it? Should the government, in the wake of the latest development, where the government is saying that no money loss is missing, should the government withdraw security for Mr. Philibert Brown, who actually brought the story to light? Or otherwise, what is your take? Why you making your call? A reason that I am still doubting, and I sat down, I wrote something this morning, that I don't want to believe what the government is telling me. Yeah, these are some of the reasons. Maybe you two must agree with the same reason. I sat down this morning and I'm not in my studio. I don't have number to call. You can only call on the video. I hope the video will help us. Okay, this person dropped. Somebody will call him, but they dropped. Call him back. Let's see. Okay, Charles Aku. All right, Charles dropped again. What happened? Charles, you dropped again. What happened? I hope it's not my network giving this problem. see if we can add Charles there. Christine, I'm really sorry. I'm not in my own studio, so I don't have number now to like before to call. Okay, so these are the questions I've been asking myself, or I asked myself this morning. I wrote them down. Did President Weah truly meet a broke government? You remember when the president came to power, right? Even when he went to Nigeria, when he took the first official visit across Africa, to the African countries, even when he came to Paris in France, he kept saying that he met broken government. He took a broken government. He never met anything in a cover. But I'm asking now, did President Weah truly meet a broke government? Yeah, this thing taking long. Okay, I could say it declined. I don't know what happened. I should have some internet problem here. Let's try. Let's see. Let's try Dolo and see. Did President Weah truly meet a broke government? If money is not missing, then where is it? If money isn't missing, where is it? Why is the government crying broke every day? Since they took power, this government is broke, but at the same time, we gave them resettlement packages. All of them. Yes, government, the transitional government at the time, or the transitional body, allocated funds for all of them. Majority of them were given resettlement packages. Good money.
Hello. Good morning,
well.
sir. How you doing? Thank you
I'm
very
good.
much. This is my
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Thank you. This is my first time coming on your show, and thanks for the premise I just laid, But it is unfortunate, my brother, that we are going through this thing, and this government is government of ours. This is our generation where we can easily talk to our ministers, our elected legislature, as well as the president. Beautiful and a simple dialogue, because the president, the legislature, including us, we know where we came from. We all put cool air on our head to sell it in our respective counties. Our parents then sold bread in the street, and we know what it means to eat one time a day. So if we see our brother and friend, the president, we are in that capacity, we see ourselves. No matter the criticism may be, we see ourselves. But a big brother like Nathaniel Petrich, who has lived life, who is the father or grandfather of us all, to just have that kind of kangaroo judgment, it's terrible. And our own brothers there, who they are in the hierarchy today, they are not older than us. We are all of the same age group. But by respective of us, that we entrusted them to lead us. As the Bible said, when the one person lead, we selected them to lead us. If they lead us into this path, how will history judge us all tomorrow? How will our kids judge us tomorrow? We are not enemy. No. We took allegiance to protect and defend Liberia. This is allegiance us all took. We did not take allegiance to protect or defend individual.
No.
Now, I say in this vein, my brother, this government is a newly government. With all this noise, let us at least have some sense of transparency. They came out and said they are invited international community. The protesters went in the street. They made a case. They said we don't want a kangaroo judgment. We are not in the belly. These are our officials. We are bringing a complaint to you. We want a neutral body to come and check this situation for us. But they have gone to tell people, say, nothing is missing. The information minister came out, he gave his story. The party chairman, Mr. Molu, gave his story. He said he knew where the money went, we should pick or draw. So who is giving the right story? All right. Now, we are not accusing President Weah of anything. He as an individual, let us protect him for the benefit of the doubt. So why he cannot tell Nathaniel Patrick, I don't want no investigation to be exposed. What you have done internally, keep it for yourself. We still have the public crowd there. Let the international body join you. You're finding, just give a document to them and lead them. Then you will compile a report. But what it is happening, it seems to be to me like a damage control. And this damage control is late. Where it came from, when the information minister said the money is more than 16 billion, the finance minister came and said there's no money missing. The finance minister tried to do the damage control. That did not work. We came back again and said, well, we'll formulate people within ourselves. The religious leader, the LACC, will bring them, let them be part of this final investigation with Governor Patrick. When they came up with this. But what they failed to realize, where were the LACC today when you excluded them, when you said you invited the FBI? Why this time you are inviting LACC? Let us broaden our mind. You see, let us broaden our mind. We are not idiots. And we will never take knife against one another. But one thing we'll do, we'll speak to power in a respectable manner. While speaking to power, we'll also speak to international body. You there, you live in a foreign country. Your legislator can listen to you. You will go there and make your point in a nice way. And they have, what we fail to realize is that the reason of ambassador being on the ground, the ambassadors serve as your ears and your eyes. They are not stupid.
Yeah.
The ambassador hire you, the citizen in our country, to work along with their embassy. They will consult you. Look, tell me how Congo Town looks like today. Then the citizen of that country say, well, Congo Town is like this, it's like that. Now you careful how you move about with Congo Town. Those people that work on the international community, they are not stupid. They look at the environment. They read those papers. So what is happening, I don't think our young government should be part of this thing, making a statement when they themselves they have invited the FBI. They have invited all credible organizations to prove they're innocent. But I can tell you something, my brother. You live in the West. You see, when your elected leaders come and tell you, say, we will bring development in this community. We will do this. They keep their campaign promise because why? They want to be re-elected. Based upon that, you elected them.
Yeah.
Let us come with a CDC-led government. When then Kennedy, we are present president of Liberia, went to Kakata, he said, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, I will protect you and your family.
Yeah.
As you may know well, every ex-president need to be protected. But if the president is taking it personal that I will protect you and your family, that speaks volume. Based upon that, you, my brother, you live in an international war. No matter how you upset with your organization. Our former president, Madam Sirleaf, she campaigned with President George Weah, breaking ground for Lofa Highway. That speaks volume. And from your Western education, if you can tell the world, say, Madam President, I will protect you, that speaks volume. Where are we leading to? Where's the change that you promised that you change, or where's the change? It speaks volume, my brother. You know how much you send to Liberia every day. What they'll feel, they disrespect us because we are not living there with them. But what they fail to realize, bulk of the money that we send, the government live on us, we in the diaspora. Remember, if you send 10 cents to Liberia Central Bank will take 5 cents. Where that 5 cents is going, they will convert it to the local currency and give you local currency and they take the US dollar. But here they stay. In the disco, they say we are not important. They don't feel our weight. But what they fail to realize, those same brothers who voted on the other side of the aisle, we still embrace them. You still send school fee to them. You still send food money to them. Without us, they don't know without us, the government can be dysfunctional. But we got the power. We got a pen, we got a paper. We can go to our Congress leader. We can go to our elected leaders in the diaspora. We say, well, this is our country. This is the situation in our country. We want you to help us. We want for you to close Western Union down. We want for you to close Money Grant down because they say they cannot make it without us. If you see your citizen going to a neighboring country to go and take $100 or $200, you, the father of the nation, you must know there's a heavy burden coming on you. But they play blind side to those things. They feel that our opinion is not mighty. Thank you, and let me not hold the line for long.
No, Dolo, just before you go, Dolo,
Yes, sir.
I mean, according to I mean, my topic of the day, which are asking a question. One of the individuals that brought about the whole story was, I say, he's a newspaper paper publisher, a hot paper, who is Mr. Philibert Brown, well known. When the story came out, he started receiving, according to him, started receiving death threats. The government actually decided to play a role by giving him security. But now, to him and his family. But now, with the latest development, the government is saying now that, I mean, no money is missing. So meaning there's a tendency now, according to what I heard this morning, it will be withdrawing the security. You think it's timely that they should withdraw the security from him and leave him? Or
Uh, uh, my brother, thank you, Mr. Mark. Let me be very sincere with you. I spent most of my useful life in Ivory Coast, and what people in power, money and power, and former leaders, what they forget about in Liberia, they forget about their personal security. I will give you a
yeah,
scenario. The former director for LPRC, you think he was supposed to die like a chicken? Because you know what he did? He forget about his personal
Harry
security.
Greaves.
First of all, okay, first of all, Philibert Brown, by then granting him security, they're not going to war it. The government did it as a camouflage because all eyes was on them. So he was not ready to secure. The best thing you do as a former government official, hire your personal security. Who are your personal security? Your cousin, your nephew. If you're going to if you are going to River Lee Cinema, you send two of your cousins ahead of you say, well, I'll be to River Lee Cinema, I'll be at the Madonna, I'll be going to go talk to Dolo. But you go first and sit over there, I like you don't know me. The other cousin say, okay, you drive the car and you stand outside there and just be watching directly me. Then the other person you send here on the left there, you sit there, nobody know those are security protecting you. But they are watching your prints. You tell them, say, every move I make, go on the upper side. And have your telephone with you and contact this person, you are more protected.
Okay.
But if you say government keep security on you, they will always talk to the bosses and they will get you.
All
So
right.
the government just did that
Well,
because all eyes
actually,
were on them to
he
camouflage
didn't
it.
he didn't request for the security. He reported the matter to the Ministry of Justice. And the Minister of Justice said, okay, let's give you security. But I got your point, Dolo.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for your
okay.
contribution on the show. Thanks for your appearance today.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that brother Dolo there. Let me continue with my points here. Somebody making some comments here, but I don't know. Fidel, welcome to the show. Oh, okay, let's go to the video again. Let's see who's on the line. Okay, let's try Charles. I will get Charles now. All right, let's try Charles. If the money is not missing, then where is it? Why is the government crying broke? From where did Information Minister Eugene Langbe get his information that money was printed in China and Lebanon in addition to Sweden? Okay. Why did President William order the infusion, that is to put money, about 25 million into the economy to, let's say, 2 months ago to help stabilize the exchange rate? Why did the president? Okay, how was the 25 million infused? You know, when you put in something, I say, I know Charles will try. The video is activating now. It's adding, so I'm sure. Hopefully, we'll get Charles to voice out as well. How was the $25 million infused? Normally, in the central bank here in the United Kingdom. Oh, so no, it dropped again. Let's go back and see what Charles we can get Charles here. Charles, try to make your phone horizontal. Maybe if it is not that way, have it horizontal. It might come true. Okay. How was the $25 million infused? How did they inject it? How many pickups were looked there with our money? You know, I mean, from one point to another, because they say 25 million. That's my money. Where did it came from and how it got to the central bank? I mean, these are just common questions that we need to ask. Then these people are saying that there's no money missing. Money missing, money not missing. And so Remember, $25 million. I mean, we're talking about US dollars, 25 million. Remember that time the president said, okay, we're going to infuse $25 million in the economy so that at least it can beef it up a little bit. Because that time I think we talked, I mean, in terms of the rate and stuff, things were getting terrible. How it got on the market, we don't know. Oh, okay, no answer from video calls. So I'm so sorry, Charles. I don't know what's going on, but that's it. Why are you coming out today? Let's go back to the video. Let's see again. Charles is still making an effort. I don't know why we're not getting Charles. Let's try to add Charles again and see what's happening. Please, man, video, give us a. Please connect us so Charles can have his voice. Yeah. Now, somebody was talking about, I don't know, the economy were in free fall. I don't know. I think that the person is an economist. If you can break down that one for us a little bit for me, myself, I don't even know what is free fall. You said the economy were in free fall. Was the reason that the rate went so high? But this is it. Do you really believe what the people are telling us? Do you believe what Mr. Nathaniel Patriot said? That obviously there's no money. But remember, it will take the synopsis of how we got here today. Boom, when the money issue was reported. I think the first person that spoke was the information minister. Yes, he called for the authorities to speak for the government, isn't it? This time we couldn't hear from, how do you call him? The assistant minister for public affairs, Mr. I don't know how to call him, Fagon. We couldn't hear from Mr. Fagon, but we heard from the minister himself, the information minister himself. Let's go back on the line and say, there's a situation here. We can let's see what we can add the power cable. You keep telling me you're adding up, but well, we can't see. We can't get the brother. I'm calling the power. Okay. All right. Sorry for that break. And so that is it. Give me a call. Let's continue now with the discussion. We can't get it's still adding. This one say for Charles is still adding, and at the end it's just dropped. I don't know what's happening. Somebody else can try and call. I just hate to hate people if they don't tell me to call them, and so I could try somebody. We could try somebody else. But let me go to the editorial. I hope we can get the brother. Let's go to the editorial of the Front Page Africa. Liberia's missing billions saga just died an unnatural death. That's the editorial headline. Okay, we didn't get Charles. Let's see what. Okay. Liberia's missing billions saga just died an unnatural death. That's the editorial for the Front Page Africa. Let's see. We see the central bank governor in this in the photograph flanked with two other gentlemen as well. I don't know their identity. Okay, less than 72 hours after the U.S. Federal Reserves in New York responsible for the Central Bank of Liberia's foreign transfers and payments temporarily put a hold on all transactions with the CBO, that's the Central Bank of Liberia, pending clarity over an instruction from the Monrovia City Court regarding bank officials linked to the 16 billion scandal. The CBL, which is the Central Bank of Liberia, a prime suspect in the investigation ordered by the president, has declared that it can now account for all L 5. My people, the story is interesting. Interesting. Let's go back to the video and see. Okay, Musu is still trying to call. Let's see. Let's see what we can. Okay, let's try Musu again. Let's try whether we'll be able to get Musu. Now you see, I mean, imagine I'm being accused in the office, in this big office that we're working in, all of you that are watching the program right now, we are, imagine we're all working together in this big office, and then accusation is against me that I did something wrong in the office, and then the board of directors decide to appoint me to head the judgment, to head to try the case. So this is a case about the Central Bank of Liberia. Let's be honest. That is the case of it. Oh, this I don't know what's happening. Okay, less than 72 hours after the U.S. Federal Reserves in New York, responsible for the Central Bank of Liberia's foreign transfers and payments, temporarily put a hold on all transactions with the CBL, pending clarity over an instruction. The 16 billion scandal, the CBL, a prime suspect in the investigation ordered by the president, has declared that it can now account for all of 15.5 billion reported missing. My people, hey, let's try Musu again. I don't know what happened here. My network, I don't know. So okay. The first decision threatens to paralyze international transactions at the Central Bank of Liberia, forcing the George Weah-led government in a rush to speed up the investigation. The decision could have an adverse effect on the bank because several employees at the bank with authority are listed by the court in its rates. Secondly, CBL, which is the Central Bank of Liberia, will be unable to make some foreign payments, including foreign mission expenses. So, obviously, to be honest with you, the moment the money came out, strangulation came, and government will not be able to pay, other people, even especially when people leave from here and they're going to do some projects or so, or they won't be able to pay, because the big bank is not working with them. The Federal Reserve is not working. I really wanted to hear from you people. Let's see what's. Let's see what we can add some technical ability. Yeah, let's try Musu. Musu is people like this persistent. Musu stay trying to get her voice heard. Okay, Bank Governor Nathaniel Petrie told a news conference Tuesday that the CBL will cooperate with an investigation and avail all records in its possession. I confirm that all employees of the CBL are committed to cooperating fully with the investigation and will continue to make themselves available to the special investigative team whenever they are called upon, Governor Petrie declared. The governor added, in view of the above, and so as not to interrupt the smooth operation of the CBL, I am requesting the government of Liberia to vacate the rate through removing the travel restriction on the CBL staff. Okay. Let's try again. They want to run away. The CBL governor is saying now, requesting the government to say, you plead all my government, let's say government officials of the central bank that their names are on the travel ban, that they shouldn't leave the country. He's requesting now that they should take them off the list. Something going on. The lifting of travel restriction was a major issue by the feds. So the federal government. I mean, that was the first thing the people did over there. They say, okay, but then you know what? All those that are mentioned in this particular case, First of all, in fact, I think when the moment they came out, it was the next day. I came out, I had a show, and I suggested all of those things. That's the first thing, because I've always seen here in the UK that the first thing they should do, put the people on house arrest, take their passport from them. Even somebody, even on that show that day, somebody say, "But why if they had two passports or so?" Chances back. Let's see. Maybe some work. Okay, so President George Weah recently established a special presidential committee to probe the mysterious alleged disappearance of LD 16 billion from the vault of the Central Bank of Liberia, CBL. And the Monrovia City Court last week restricted the movement of 35 employees of the bank pending the outcome of the investigation. The involvement of the court was triggered by a writ of exert public prayed for the authorities at the Ministry of Justice, MOJ, to restrain persons of interest from leaving the jurisdiction of the court pending an action. So I don't see why Mr. Patrick is actually requesting that, you know, they should lift the ban on the people, that they shouldn't stop them from leaving the country. If all of them they were named, I mean, I don't know. Let's try. We have somebody who called already, so it shouldn't be a problem. So I don't know, something going on, my people. Mr. Patrick, man, that one I'm asking a question. If anybody know whether these people can actually take off, central bank people, or when they're taking off, whether they can take off, because sometimes I don't know really whether they also whether the people can respect it. Yeah, you know, because I don't even know if they can respect it, because maybe things even across the continent, our own continent, things couldn't be going on like this. To be honest, yeah, because if you take that off to really remind yourself, it's just like, you know, somebody graduating from medical school. They have to take oath to protect the patient, to put the patient first, to ensure that, you know, you can't, for treatment, you have to put aside everything and treat them. That's what they take the oath for. So, in government, it's a simple thing. You take the oath, so that by the time the wrong side of your head is telling you to do something which you know definitely going to be wrong, you will think about the oath. You say, "Oh no, I can't do this," you know, and you stop. But I don't know if people are living to the reality of taking oath today. I don't know even if the Central Bank of Liberia, whether the governor can take oath. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And let's continue with the editorial here. Why it is unclear how much of an impact the governor's statement Tuesday will have on the Fed's position on the issue, it does validate the report that the bank was in trouble in a rush to repair the damage stemming from the poor manner in which the government handled the scandal. Our brother Dolo, these are the points you were just talking about as well. They handled it very, very poorly, and this is the situation now. Let's try again. Musu. Hey, Musu, thank you so much for the effort. You stay trying. Musu, make sure you have your so, because mine is horizontal. Normally, if you have it the other way, it doesn't really correspond. So if you try and then turn your camera or your device horizontally and say, or maybe you have to do a reset. I don't know, you normally use it to call. Okay, so that's it. The first, according to sources, had expressed concerns that several high-profile staffers at the bank had been placed on travel ban in the wake of the investigation into the missing billions. Multiple CBS sources confirmed to Front Page Africa Sunday that the feds have expressed concerns about multiple reports in the local and international press regarding the alleged disappearance of millions of dollars in local currency. The feds are said to be particularly concerned about the mention of Mr. Charles Sirleaf, who, along with some 29 bank officials, including the former governor Milton, barred from traveling by the Monrovia City Court. Now, if this, so what the bank governor is suggesting now, or he's even requesting for, free all his people, give their passport back, remove them from the travel ban list, but the rest of the other people should still be on the list also. Even you yourself, I don't think you yourself you need to go anywhere anyway. Let's continue here with the editorial. Mr. Sirleaf, the bank's deputy governor, is responsible for finance, banking, and general services departments. His signature is said to be key to all major foreign transactions, payments out of Liberia. Thus, the feds are said to be uncomfortable dealing with Liberia without a legitimate signature. So that's why they're rushing the case now. Let's see. Let's go back to the line and see. Musu. Maybe Musu resolve. So that's why they're trying to rush with this investigation, or that's why they're coming out with conflicting statement. No money lost. So they want to tell the Federal Reserves that no money lost, so you can do or you can continue with the business. The sad reality is that since early August, when the saga first came to light, the bank and George Weah-led government missed several glowing opportunities to end the noise surrounding the reported missing billions. As far back as Tuesday, September 11, 2018, long before the story broke, Front Page Africa sent inquiries to the heads of the National Security Agency and the Liberia National Police with the following message. Good afternoon. This is Ronnie Sear at Front Page Africa. I'm trying to seek clarity on this issue of a reported missing LD at the port. We are informed that the president has authorized a probe, but NSA is delaying. The value of the LD equal to 33.5 million USD. The request to enter port and take delivery of printed materials on March 31st, 2018 was reportedly written by Mrs. Maria E. Grisby-Tor, Director General Services. The central bank staff were Muslin Arabi Jackson, Odada the Shield, and 5 others. ERU officers came as police escort. The brokers were Mr. Lawrence Sirleaf and Ms. Elise G.N. Jolo of JVS Enterprise Incorporated, awaiting a response. So that was the message that Randy Sear sent. Okay, let's try. I think we're going to try. Let's try Musu for the last time. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Both Police Inspector General Patrick Sudu and NSA Director J. Henrik Pearson declined to respond to the inquiry. So that's it. Okay, let's go back and see what up. All right, something now going on. Okay, so when the story finally broke, several government sympathizers took to social media, local radio stations to lay the blame of the missing containers on the doorsteps of the government of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. In fact, Mr. Len Eugene Nangbe, who served as President Sirleaf's Minister of Information, went to the international airwaves to tell the world through the VOA's Daybreak Africa that the government, headed by his former boss, Salif, kept the new government headed by President. We are in the dark about the new banknotes during the transitional period. So that's when we, in fact, when the Omar came on, Madam Sadiq came on the air, she even she frowned on Nangbe, Mr. Nangbe, that he was talking rubbish. One would have thought that this new president would have been informed about all these transactions during the transition notes that were presented to him during the transition meeting, but he was not aware, Nangbe said. Now, that's it. Because, first of all, Nangbe was on our committee. The transitional committee, he was there. So, obviously, he was already serving between two governments. Okay, because his appointment hasn't gone through, his reappointment hasn't gone through, but so by the fact that he was still serving by the will and the pleasure of the government that is about to go, and also being part of the transitional body. Some of them, I met them personally when I was in Liberia, just to find out how's the transition going, how's the preparation going, whether the president and his entourage, the government officials, will have everything that they need for them to, start the work quickly for us, and we call it assurance. And so, his words are not words that we can overlook, because he was part of the planning. Every note, everything that was said was noted. And the incoming president, who wasn't always, not supposed to be part of the meeting, was briefed almost every after. I'm so sorry. Calls keep coming in. I'm so sorry. We can't get you. I don't know what's happening. And so the president was being briefed every time. President Weah, this is what the administration is doing, and what's even their request for resettlement for package. I don't know, we call it resettlement or some kind of benefit or so, packages for them to start. Because even here, it's just like, when I get a job, I will get, the government will help me somehow to settle in first. The first, 1 or 2 months or so, depending how long you stay unemployed, they'll give you something for you to keep on until you can get your first pay. So the government too, they do it that way, because when you come in empty-handed, isn't it? Your office need, you have to be up to date. Whatever you need, whether you need a television, whether you need a telephone, however you want your office, they have to make sure that everything have to be put in place. So these are some of the benefits that have to go. Your sleeping place as well, okay? They have to be uplifted, also. Especially in the case of Liberia now, our executive mansion is stayed down. If you are like before, all the money we give these people, especially President Weah, to upgrade his house, if that were the executive mansion, no, we're not going to spend that money. All that money is going to come back, it's going to stay in the cover. Even if they're going to give him money, it's going to be small money. It's not going to, it wasn't going to reach to the amount or we give him. Okay? So that's it. We'll give it to him. All right, let me continue here, and we'll also be ending some of 1 hour 30 minutes. In fact, it was Minister Nangbe who in fact elevated the scandal by stating that the amount in question was not LD 9 billion, but rather 16 billion printed in Lebanon, China, and other countries. So, why wouldn't I believe it anyway? We can confirm that the money was brought through the free port of Liberia and the Roberts International Airport. And for now, it is LD 16 billion that we have confirmed. An estimated of a little over 15 billion Liberian dollars, as far as we have concerned from the ongoing investigation as of today, and they can and they came in 2 ports entry. That's the minister. This is not, I mean, just Ronnie Sierra writing this. The minister went as far as to state that President Weah was aware of the situation and an internal investigation has been sanctioned. The minister said the investigation had determined and confirmed that a batch of banknotes came in the country just before the president assumed office. Now, when the president received information about these newly minted banknotes, he sanctioned an investigation which is being chaired by the Ministry of Justice and the Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU, and other security apparatus. The idea is to understand how much money came into the country, how much was ordered, how much was printed, which country it was printed in, and how did it affect the foreign exchange situation in the country. Adding more fuel to the saga, President Weah ordered the infusion of US $25 million into the economy in a bid to curb the rising foreign exchange rate. To date, commercial banks operating in the country have no record of how that money was disbursed or which businesses benefited. I mean, this is it. The thing is so clear. At Tuesday's news conference, Governor Petrie, nearly a month after the scandal surfaced, appeared to have all the answers. The new management of the Central Bank of Liberia, CBL, informs the Liberian public that it has concluded its internal assessment of monies printed and brought in Liberia between 2016 and 2018. According to Billion for the period, according to the record of the CBL, the total amount of money printed and placed in the reserve vaults of the bank was LD 15 billion for the period of 2016 and 2018. The amount was verified from the CBL own internal documents and documents received from the Crane Currency of Sweden, a contracted printer. Governor Petrie assured Liberia's international partners that there is no 16 billion Liberian dollars missing as has been erroneously reported in the media. So this is where we are now. I'm so sorry my video is not working. So because of that we got the we'll stop here also. But in a wake of the latest development now, in which the government is saying that there's no money missing, was a mistake. Should the government withdraw security for Mr. Philibert Brown? Mr. Philibert Brown didn't request for his security in the first place. But when the story came out, it was a newspaper that brought it out, which is the hot pepper. According to him, he had to contact the Ministry of Justice. They contact the police and told them that this is what happening. People are threatening my life and the life of my family members and things. And the government, maybe on the good news side, decided to offer him security. That the security should be to his house. And so security was sent to his house. and they've been there since. So with the latest information now coming from the central bank that there's no money missing, the question I'm asking, is it then timely now that the government should withdraw security for him? There's no need for security? Or does he have a right to be concerned and to say, well, I'm not satisfied? But before I wrap up, let me get my point on this. Like we were discussing yesterday, my guest analyst yesterday, Mr. Philibert Brown, he agreed that Liberia is still fragile in a way. And because Liberia is still fragile, security is of a paramount concern to each and every one of us. And so, to take things lightly and not to take things lightly, especially if it comes to the issue of somebody is threatening you, well, you're left with yourself, isn't it? Because if you threaten my life because of certain thing, and then later on there's a trace into it, and then you say, well, you know, yesterday your life was threatened, but today, due to the twist of what we're talking about, there's no need to continue the security. Well, I have to still be concerned. Mr. Philibert Brown it's not just a whistleblower. He was doing his work as a journalist. Well, I can't see any call coming in. I can't see any video call coming in anyway. I can't see any sign there to tell me that somebody's calling via the video. No. And so, for me, I would say, if the government decide to withdraw her security from you, Mr. Philibert Brown, and your family, then you have to consider, if you've never had security before, consider hiring security, private security. Where we are right now, we're talking about money, and not small money we're talking about here. This issue could even involve people in society who are really, I mean, they have the power and they got money. And so, in this regard, you got to take directive of your security. So even if Mr. Redney Seal was in Monrovia right now, I'll be giving him the same advice. Do not overlook it. But I want to vehemently say here that I don't believe Mr. Nathaniel Petrie. I don't believe what he's telling us. Given the synopsis and the chronological information that came up from the moment the story came out of this amazing morning up to this point, there's no way I will bury my head in the sand and believe Mr. Petrie. No way. The president did commission about it. to investigate, right? Even went as far as engaging the FBI, according to what I learned, the international community to help. Now, if that story is true, that indeed the government did that, definitely the government was convinced that indeed something went wrong somewhere. The Liberian people have the right to ask questions, and they have the right to know where the money went. And I am not going to accept Mr. Petrie's, utterances or his information he have given us. I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to distort it. I was going to say, I'm saying here completely that I don't believe it. As far as I know, you get our money. This government have our money. We want our money. The children of Liberia want this money. Let me see some of your contribution here. Okay, Maria Pay, we need to stand up. Yes, we need to stand up and stand out for justice. Look for Julius. What? Okay. Charles Aku. Charles been trying to call. Let me read this. This was the only time and moment I ever got proud as a Liberian in that heavy rain at the United Nations headquarters on September 18, 2018. We were in the rain as though we were in the sun. We're not cold at all. God had fought this battle already. Thank you, Charles. Orita Bailey, those things that fly in Liberia before will not fly, nor trust me. Will not fly now, trust me. Okay. Let's go further. Golemfa Dolo, Liberian must speak to power. Indeed. Lofa Julius. Okay. Jerome Vaswani, just a great brother. Charles Aku, my fellow Liberians, it is always right to do the right thing and stand for the right things. James 4:17. I better quote in the Bible here. You see, you must stand for what you believe in. Golemfa Tolo, he said no moral at all. That's it. Emmanuel JJ KPMG is coming. Number to call. Okay, no, sorry. KPMG is coming. We will find out the truth. Thank you. I like people to have hope. Emmanuel JJ is back. Issue. Okay, on the issue of Philibert Brown, he should have a security protection until KPMG can do their audit. If they find that this story wasn't true, he should be taken to court. All right. I like for people to balance discussion like this. Emmanuel JJ, yes, the government was broke indeed. All right, Emmanuel JJ, don't you know that the economy was in a free fall? I think you're responding to somebody. Francois meant to look star. Okay. Christian Gay. Yeah, Christian Gay. I love Joe and I appreciate him for all the development projects. Let's expand this story. I think he wrote a little bit. Okay. I love Joe and I appreciate him for all the development projects he carrying on. But one thing I hate about him: stop protecting criminals, government officials. Why can you audit these past government officials that stole this money? And I believe Joe hand free this money saga, but he need to come out strong and speak out on those criminals, government. Don't let your enemy put you in a hole. That dig for you. Only God knows. All right, Christine, thank you. Agnes is Williams is agreeing with you exactly. Comfort Harris. Your family will suffer. Your family will suffer, not we are. So please don't take that discussion. I don't know. What was that response? Margaret Johnson. I don't believe them. They don't want to answer questions from the masses. They need to have transparency on their investigation. Thank you. Tim Cooper, who is Philibert Brown to get protection? Then I need protection too. Okay. Thank you. You just request, just report that you need protection. The government will give it to you. Julie, no. Amos Vincent. You are talking about code. Oh, what do you think? I'm trying to read it. You are talking about code. It is not something that runs as you think. It takes time. But yeah, we know. Okay, let's go down a little bit since we're trying to wrap up. Cousin F. Bundo. We must stand against all those who are involved in the suffering of the Liberian population, including the president. Okay, these are your thoughts. Thank you so much for participating. Thanks for your contribution this afternoon. Perhaps it's in the morning or in the evening to you. But finally, just before I let go of you, once you know the purpose that you are here on this planet Earth, just nobody will stop you doing what you believe in. The simple as somebody can become an imam or a preacher also. Always we only hear from them that it is God who told me to do this. It is the call of God. If you are an advocate, no matter what, do not give up. Continue to speak out for the people. One day, the result will come. That's why I said the last time, I've always said it. I might not be here tomorrow when the reflection shall hit the people on the issues that I'm talking about today. I might not be here, but I know that definitely tomorrow something will happen. And all of those things I'm always talking about, the changes that I want to happen. I know it will happen one day. Those corrupt officials that we are seeing today, and some people are celebrating them, tomorrow will come. We will see their back. Even though killers, those who brought war on us, on our nation, who caused this nation what is going through today, they will pay for it. And I know, at least I'm here now, I'm on this planet Earth, and I am witnessing and seeing some of them going to prison. I thank God for that. And I know I will be on this planet and will see more of them going to jail. More of them facing justice, and they will pay for it. The questions as to why you brought the war, what change the war brought for Liberia, you have to answer. On this note, I want to say thank you so much for being there. Thank you for participating in the show. So until hopefully tomorrow, like I told you, I have to take I have to take a break. Well, I have to suspend my holiday break now to come and talk to you guys for us to change platform. Until tomorrow, Naomi, thank you, and God bless all of you. May God bless Liberia. Do not give up. This money is missing. Something wrong somewhere. Somebody's trying to hide something somewhere. But we shouldn't believe it. Do not accept it. Mr. Petrie isn't telling us the truth. Money is missing. We got to continue to hold them accountable. Right now, there are hospitals in Liberia. Hospitals in Liberia. Even paracetamol that we can overlook here in the supermarket, you can go buy for less than, not in comparison with our exchange rate in Liberia. Paracetamol, somebody will give, imagine a doctor or a nurse giving you prescription for you to go buy paracetamol for your child that is in the hospital, or your wife that is gone there to give birth. Paracetamol isn't there. So you tell me why is it not right that we should continue to ask questions for this money? And of course, the money is for us, for the people of Liberia. Some of it, portion of it will have gone to where? To Redemption Hospital. Portion of this money will have gone to where? A hospital all the way there in one county or so, in one town. Somebody, somewhere, they just sat down and divided the money. Their children are abroad. They don't get sick because of the food they eat. They go to good schools. God bless you. God bless Africa and God bless Mama Liberia. Bye-bye for now.
Now we know. Now we know, yeah. I said now we know, yeah. I said now we know. I said now we know, yeah. And now we know. Yeah, now we know. I said now we know, yeah. Yeah, now we know. I said now we know, yeah.
She has committed attempted suicide many times in this America because of what 11 men have done to her. I speak for her. I speak for my uncle who was murdered before me because of his religion. I speak for him. I come from a background of Muslim family where I see when they were rich. I was at a checkpoint as a little girl when people pulled my families or the group and they murdered them. I saw that as a child. This is not a joke. We didn't come in to come show up. We want a leader who will put his foot down and don't be associated with war crime people. Yes. Like Prince Johnson, like anything who are so that they exploited our country. He cannot associate with a woman like that and call himself a leader. We demand justice today. We demand justice tomorrow. We demand justice yesterday. Justice must be established in this place. I speak for those people. I speak for my people in Grand Cape County who were murdered in the mass grave. And I have uncles who were imams who were murdered on their religion. I speak for them because I know they cannot speak for themselves. Wow. So when you're on social media, I will ask you one question. What will history remember you for tomorrow? Wow. What will you remember for history? Will you be the one with the naysayers in the back who talk and laugh at us? But we know that tomorrow, because of us, change will come to Liberia. Yes. And even if I'm gone, and the day my children ask me, Mommy, why didn't you do something? There's video, there's recording, there's Facebook Live. They will say my mom stood up in the heart of New York City, right across the street from the UN headquarters, and she spoke for justice. Yes.
Bye-bye.